Ever feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck? Let's be honest, it happens to the best of us. Maybe an unexpected bill pops up, your car needs a repair, or you simply need a little extra cushion before your next payday. That's where cash advances come in, a quick way to bridge the gap and get the money you need, right when you need it. Now, you might be considering a benign cash advance, but one big question lingers: how much can you actually borrow? Buckle up, because in this video, we're diving deep into the world of benign cash advance limits and everything you need to know to make informed decisions. Before we get down to the nitty-gritty, let's take a quick step back. What exactly is a benign cash advance? In simple terms, it's a short-term loan that's typically based on a percentage of your next paycheck. You apply for the advance, receive the funds, and then repay it, usually with fees on your next payday. Think of it like this. Imagine your paycheck is like a promised land. A cash advance is like borrowing a little bit of money from that promised land to hold you over until you get there. But just like any loan, there are rules and limitations, and that's where the benign cash advance limit comes in. The big reveal: understanding benign cash advance limits. Alright, the suspense is killing you. Let's talk about the limit. Unfortunately, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The maximum amount you can borrow with a benign cash advance depends on several factors. Your income. This is the biggest one. Lenders typically set a limit as a percentage of your gross income, often ranging from 50% to 80%. So, the higher your paycheck, the more you might be able to borrow. Your employer. Believe it or not, some employers have restrictions on cash advances. They might partner with specific lenders who have their own set limits, or they might not allow cash advances at all. Check with your HR department to see if there are any policies in place. Your creditworthiness. While benign cash advances don't typically require a hard credit check, your credit history might still be considered by some lenders. A good credit score could mean a higher limit, while a lower score might restrict how much you can borrow. State regulations. Cash advance regulations can vary depending on where you live. Some states have limitations on the amount you can borrow, fees that can be charged, and even the repayment terms. It's always a good idea to check your state's laws before applying for a cash advance. Beyond the numbers, things to consider before you borrow. So, we now have a better understanding of the factors that influence your benign cash advance limit. But remember, a limit is just a number. Here are some additional things to consider before you take out a cash advance. The fees. Cash advances often come with fees, including origination fees, processing fees, and even late fees. These fees can add up quickly, so be sure to factor them into the total cost of borrowing. The repayment terms. You'll typically need to repay the advance, plus any fees on your next payday. This can put a strain on your budget, so make sure you can comfortably afford the repayment before you borrow. The alternatives. Are there other options available to you? Could you cut back on expenses, ask a friend or family member for a loan, or explore a credit card cash advance? Be aware, these often come with even higher interest rates. The bottom line: be informed, be smart. Benign cash advances can be a helpful tool when used responsibly. But remember, they're not a free magic trick. By understanding the limits, fees, and repayment terms, you can make an informed decision about whether a benign cash advance is the right option for you. If you do decide to move forward, shop around for the best rates and terms. Don't just go with the first lender you see. And most importantly, only borrow what you can absolutely afford to repay on time. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,